us a little bit about Hattie and how you prepared for this role and one thing you learned from her.
Well, Hattie is a caregiver, the guardian of her grandson, Elwood, who is mistakenly put in a school, the Dozier School, and is abused and brutalized while he's there. And in terms of my preparing for this, I don't think you can prepare. I don't think any mother prepares for something like this happening. And I think that lack of preparation is probably what served me. Nobody should experience this. Nobody should experience this.
Absolutely.
So, a lot of what I tried to convey was the loss, the loss of the loss of knowing what to do, the loss of identity. Her identity was being his, his pillar, his anchor in life, and that was taken from her.
I don't know. There's so many different ways I can answer this question. I think that what I'll go with for now is that it really it's a miracle that this movie exists. Honestly, that we're able to explore a story like this, and RaMell was able to commit to his vision to the fullest extent, and that he had the support to do that. I think it's really inspiring, and I think that, we're to be able to bring something like this that's really fresh and unique to theaters. I think it's that's just important for the industry. I think it's you never know who you can inspire when you bring a film like this out to the world. So I think that's something important about making it. Something that I learned. I think I learned a lot more about what the collaborative process looks like because of RaMell, and what leaning into it looks like when you have this vision that no one is really familiar with, and what that kind of how all of everyone kind of works together to build something from the ground up. It's yeah, seeing that firsthand was pretty cool, and I think I learned a lot on just how that whole process works.
And what about you?
I think I'm going to echo Ethan a lot here. I think it's a miracle that any of us exist, I think is what he said. And then for the part that the learning aspect of it, yeah, same. I think getting to see how RaMell just talks to everyone and makes everyone feel welcome and makes everyone feel like they're actually present and a part of this whole thing was beautiful to see. And so yeah, I don't know, just getting to witness him as a director and as a person.
I was fortunate to be asked by Plan B and Anonymous Content to take a look at Coulson's book, The Nickel Boys, before it was released, to think about adaptation. And after reading it, I was 100% in, for the variety of reasons one can imagine, but most specifically me kind of seeing myself as Elwood and Turner. And I think additionally, Dee Dee in Plan B giving me, even before I'd even committed, letting me know that I had the imaginative freedom to sort of be myself inside the story.
Now, I love the way this was shot. I had never really seen a film that was shot with these camera angles from the perspective of the protagonists. Can you talk a little bit about that process? Because I love the way there was a juxtaposition between what the boys are going through in the reformatory and what's going on in 1960s America.
Yeah, I love, point of view is the first thought that I had of how to adapt the book and get into Elwood's life. But it's so interesting, right, to think about historical characters as not being part of history, but being in history with their culture and their world circling around them, not us watching them in their culture distant from us. There's something I think that cinema and film and photography naturally do, which is like present the world as in the past and out there, as opposed to it being just as centered and as real as we feel right now.
yeah, the prospect itself, yeah, it was a challenge. You have to unlearn that you are, aren't supposed to look at the camera while you're performing, and then learn how to perform honestly to the camera and be open and still be open and present with the other person that is physically there. When the camera's on me, Brandon is physically there, saying the lines, doing the scene with me. I just can't interact with him. I can't look at him, and so yeah, in the early stages of it, it was definitely there was a lot of adjusting to that. But once we got into a rhythm, it definitely we got more comfortable with the camera being the other person and it kind of melting away and being able to be honest while playing to it.